or fiqh. Okay. Li or li Abi Hanifa, li Abi Hanifa, Abu Hanifa, li Abi Hanifa, Hanifata, al-Imamu, Imam al-A'zamu, Imam al-A'zam, Nu'man ibn Sabit, his name, Nu'man ibn Sabit, father's name is Sabit. By Al-Shubul Akbar, by Abu Hanifa, Al-Imam Al-A'zam, Nu'man bin Sabit. Okay. What is the date? 880, 150. Birth date. Birth date, death date. This is Christian date. Yes, this is Hijri, this is AD. Imam A'zam Abu Hanifa, his booklet, book, Al-Fiqhu Al-Akbar, Al-Fiqhu Al-Akbar, the name of the book. So, he was born in 80, died 150. 80 corresponds to 699 AD, and death date 150 corresponds to 767. This is Kufa, Kufi, Kufi, from Kufa, belongs to Kufa. This is a scholar of Kufa. Two names are very important. Basra, Basri, Nisbah, Basri, Kufa. Basra we hear a lot. Kufa we never heard. I asked from a brother who is from Iraq. He explained it small thing, but still I don't understand. Why Basra is mentioned 1,000 times, 100 times nowadays? No Kufa I never heard. Why? A village is mentioned. Why Kufa is not mentioned? I don't understand. I visited Kufa. I could not visit Basra because there was war, Iran time over there. But Kufa, there was nothing. He is Kufi. Imam A'zam died in Baghdad. Really, he died, you know this, from Encyclopedia of Islam. He died in, I believe, somewhere, they have been taken. Where did he die? Yes. In prison in Baghdad. Yes. He died in prison in Baghdad. And in Baghdad there is Al-A'zamiyya quarter. Al-A'zamiyya. Today. His grave is inside the masjid. Clean, nice place. Karbala, when you go there, really, sometimes you are stepping on things filthy. I don't understand why it is happening like that. Too crowded, too many people. for blessings, Shia, the center Karbala, Hussein, the grandson of the Prophet radiallahu anhu. But Imam Azamiya is clean. A part of masjid, inside the masjid, big masjid, inside there is a turba, his grave is there. This book, Al-Fiqh al-Akbar, is done isnad to Imam Azam Abu Hanifa. Isnad, sanad, to ascribe, sanadun, hadith, sanad. Isnad, asnada, usnida, yusnadu, asnid, isnadun. Babul Ifad, isnad, done isnad. Abu Hanifa did not write any book with his pen, with his hand. We don't know. He taught, taught. His students took notes. So we don't know whether this book is his students or teachers. When you go back, that is the difficulty. We are saying Ihya Ulumuddin is written by Imam Al-Ghazali. If there is a copy, original, his copy from that day with his signature, yes, but if there is no copy, but copies made 2 centuries, 3 centuries after that is existing, original is not existing, so it is difficult to define. Imam Azam, when he had Quran, he had some hadith, Bukhari after him, Muslim after him. So there was no Bukhari, no Muslim, no hadith book. So he himself, ayat, hadith, people ask questions, so he developed. There was no another book before him. So he may look at it, 1 or 2, 3 books. So copy from that, understand that, write his own 3rd, 5th book. It was not like that. This is first book, one of the first books. Which book is first? I said earlier, in terms of fiqh, Majmu' al-Fiqh, I said Griffini published that one. It is in Milano, in Italy, the original copy, with Italian or Latin notes, I mentioned earlier. I'm very interested in those type of things. But now coming to this subject, so he from Quran, from Hadith, began to teach his students. They did not have copies of these books. There was no book to give to them. There was no printout. There was no book written. So this is first, one of the first books. This is one. 18. Imam Shafi'i is born 150. Very late. Shafi'i, he has 2 students, Abu Yusuf, Hassan, Al-Shaybani, Imam Azam has 2 students, important students. Imam Shafi'i, let me write Al-Shafi'i shortly. Shafi'i is student of these 2. So this is early. Before him, Imam Malik. Imam Malik has Muwatta, a book. It is translated, Muwatta, Hadith, or somewhat fiqh. Ahmed ibn Hanbal is after Imam here for mazhab. So Imam Azam is very, very, very important for all sciences. Imam Shafi'i owes his knowledge to his students. One may argue whether Imam Shafi'i, there is another mazhab other than Hanafi, whether Shafi'ism is independent or not independent. One may say no Shafi'ism, no Shafi'i mazhab. There is Hanafi mazhab's branch is Shafi'i mazhab. You can argue academically. So this is very important. There was no book. These are first book. So it is believed Al-Fiqh al-Akbar is the book dictated imla. Young girls, Yasemin and Maryam and others, if you are interested, you can get PhD from my class, PhD subject. Today you can, and after university you can do PhD on this subject. Yes. Imla, dictate. Teacher sits, blah, 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 blah. Somebody writes notes. Imla. Amali. Write this literature. Amali. Amaliyun. Amali. Literature of Amali. In fiqh, in kalam, in ilm al-tawheed, in adab, in many areas. Amali, imlas. Different categories, literature. Amali, literature. Amali. So, this is like imla. So he did lecture, students took notes. Today we believe this is the book of Imam Azam Abu Hanifa, but Isnad, it is ascribed to him. Isnad, it was written here. Okay. Imam Azam Abu Hanifa is early pioneer putting the books and educations in Islamic studies, in fiqh, in the areas, first time, very important. Then also he is man of Ra'yun. Another word, you write. Ra'yun. Ra'a. Ru'yah, to see. Ra'yun, opinion, Latin, opinion, English, with N. I am not writing N. This is Latin, opinion. He is a man opinion. Even other mazhabs, other ulama accused him. He is a man. Saudi's Wahhabi alims accused him, Imam Abu Hanifa. In his fatwas, in their fatwas, 50 years, 45 years, I followed literature, their fatwas, I cut. Saudi fatwas. Rarely they mention Abu Hanifa in any views, anything. Because to them, Abu Hanifa is nobody. Why? Because he is Ahlul Ra'i. He is man of Ra'i. They don't want man of Ra'i. But their Ra'i view. Abu Hanifa is intellectual mind, books, reads, understands, processes, developed like that. Not that much literarist. not that much Ahlul Hadith, according to them. So Abu Hanifa is Ra'i. Second thing is Qiyas. Qiyas. Right. You will never find words like that. Too much. Qiyasun. Qiyas, analogy in English. There is big argument whether Qiyas is the source in fiqh or no source, no acceptable method or not acceptable method. Imam Azam is man of Qiyas. This is like that, this is like that, then nearly the same thing, D must be like that, F, because same relation. So he interprets more than text, goes more than text. Qiyas, analogy. Ahlul Qiyas, Ahlul Qiyas. Imam Azam has these characteristics. By the way, Imam Azam is not Arab. I will tell you, if you study fiqh, if you study other areas, Maturidi and others, of course we are not racist at all, but I am afraid, I am telling you, non-Arab. More than, I cannot give the nisbat, the ratio, definitely more than 50% of Muslim scholars are not Arabs. Now, be careful. 80%, maybe 90% of Muslim scholars are not Arabs. The ones who wrote the books, literature. Islamic civilization, Islamic sciences is common thing, collective things, all generation, all races. No racism. No racism, no culturalism, no regionalism, no qawmiyah, no ta'asubiyah in Islam. No ta'asubiyah. Okay. Okay, now, you know, there was no tafsir, ilm tafsir, no book, no fiqh, today you say fiqh, no ilm al-kalam, no ilm al-tawheed, no sarf, no nothing. During the time of the Prophet, Ashab's time, Tabi'in time, there was a lot of activities, people trying to learn, to study and things like that, but no codified science like fiqh, like. What was that? One is, you know, hadith. One is iman. Quran says, amanu wa amilu salihati. Iman. One is amal. There is a hadith. Buniya al-Islamu. I am introduction. This is introduction. Anybody who wants to know, to take notes. I mean, as she wishes. Ala khamsin. Islam is built on 5 things. Salah, zakah. It goes like that. Okay? You know hadith. A person came, ashab, the Prophet was sitting, a person came, unknown person, asked a question, Mal Iman, what is Iman? Mal Iman, what is Iman? Okay? The Prophet answered, Al-Imanu, so and so, and tu'mina billah, you believe in Allah, you believe. What did he say? Amantu billahi. Amantu billahi. I believe in Allah. The malaikati, angels, Amantu. Amantu, you know Amantu. So he said Amantu. Then somebody said, then second question, Mal Islamu, what is Islam? So he said, Al Islamu, Islam so and so, this part. Then Mal Ihsanu, Ihsan, Mal Ihsanu, Ihsan. This is the basis of Sufism. But we are not going to test here. We are not going to that direction now. My subject is Iman. So Iman, this is Amal. Let me clear this one. This is Amal acts. Namaz, Salah, fasting, Hajj. This is called Fiqh. Later on, this became Fiqh. Fiqh. This is Fiqh area. Fiqh. What is this Iman? Believe Allah, the Prophet, Muhammad, hereafter. What is this area? This area is called, that is the area we are coming. So, this area, let me erase, I am making introduction. This is called Ilm, science, this is Fiqh, Ilm al-Fiqh, this is At-Tawheed. Tawheed. Ilm al-Tawheed. Ilm al-Tawheed. One Allah, Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad. This is Al-Iman. Iman, Billah, Allah's qualifications, Sifatullah, everything is the Risalat, everything is that Malaika, angels, everything included, Ilm al-Tawheed. Another name, Al-Kalam, Ilm al-Kalam. Kalam, Logos. Logos, word. Ilm al-Kalam, second name, Ilm al-Kalam. Another name is Aqaid. Plural of Aqidah. Credo. Credo. Aqaid. 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 Aqidah. Belief. Iman. That is the subject of our new book. Our subject. Fiqh is not there. This is Fiqh. Amal is not there. But the name is Fiqh. I will touch to that. Name is Fiqh. But the subject is Al-Aqidah Al-Kubra. This is the meaning. Al-Aqaid. Credo. Main basic credos. Credo Magnus. Magnum. Big Latin. Big credo. Opus Magnum in Latin. Big word. Big word. That is the life. That is the meaning. So, what we are now, Bunyan Islam ala khamsin, Amal I am erasing. We will come to that in Fiqh chapter in future sometimes. Our subject is Aqaid. Ilm al-Tawheed, Ilm al-Kalam, Aqaid, or Aqidah Aqaid. So, we are going to study for some times. First book in Islamic literature, which is related with aqaid, aqidah, ilm al-tawheed, ilm al-kalam. Tawheed, qul huwa Allahu ahad. Kalam, argument, دليل. لو كان فيهما آلهة إلا الله لفسدتا. قل لمن ما في السماوات والأرض قل لله. Who is Lord, رب السماوات من بيده ملكوت السماوات. This science is debating with the people to convince them there is no one other than Allah. So this is debating kalam, word, logos, word, kalam. You will see the books against ilm al-kalam. Some books, what they mean, like Greek ilm al-kalam, before Islam ilm al-kalam, not Islamic ilm al-kalam. I mean, you will see works like against Islamic philosophy, haram or something like that. هلك المتكلمون, متكلم kalam, the ones who are in kalam, they all halak something. What they mean, like Islamically not acceptable type of, because this is Islam developed, you see, developed to challenge newly conquered place. They conquered where? Palestine. What was that before? Byzantine Christians, non-Muslims. Okay? They conquered where? Syria. Who were there? Christians, non-Muslims. They conquered there, Baghdad, Iraq. Who were there? All non-Muslims. I mean, new. When you go there, non-Muslims, they have pastors, they have priests, they have established. You don't have nothing. You just knew. You don't have the book, because they have book, philosophy, everything, book. We don't have book or anything. So ulama began to argue, Muslim scholars, from zero. So they collected these arguments. They developed a science called ilm al-tawheed. It was reaction. It was convincing. It was debated. Ilm al-tawheed. First, one of the first books of ilm al-kalam, ilm al-tawheed, we are studying. Ilm al-tawheed is related with iman. Iman comes before fiqh. Iman comes before amal. So this comes before, we are studying before. Iman comes first. Before health. Health is very important? No. Iman very important. Somebody does not have health, suffered whole life, but his iman is okay, he may go to Jannah. Somebody has no health, has full health, no iman, he may stay in Jahannam forever, kufar. So which one is better? Iman is better. That is why iman comes first. Iman comes first. Iman sciences. In this area, the books are Al-Fiqh al-Akbar. Right. Al-Fiqh al-Akbar. Second important book is Aqidah al-Tahawi. Aqidah al-Tahawi. Tahawi is author. So we will come to that. We will study that one. Then Al-Aqaid al-Nasafiyya. العقائد النسفية. العقائد النسفية. And we will go like that, okay? العقائد النسفية. We will study this. Generally, these are short booklets, but very important book, very important subjects. الفقه الأكبر. Today we are beginning. عقيدة الطحاوي, we will follow عقائد النسفية. And there is يقول العبد في بدء الأعمال, another manzoom. We will study that one, and that will be fourth one. I think that will be last one. And you will see all aqaid subjects, short, you have studied. Any book you see in your life, you will see references to these books, because these are very basic books. Okay. Now, I came to علم التوحيد, علم الكلام, لوغوس, أبو حنيفة, إمام الأعظم. Okay. فقه. فقه يفقه. فقه. What that means? To understand. To know. To conceive. لهم قلوب لا يفقهون بها. They have hearts, brains, لا يفقهون, don't understand. يفقهون, فقه, لا يفهمون بها. فقه. Dictionary meaning. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. No problem. So, فقه. This is mentioned in Quran. Literal meaning is to understand, to know, to learn. This is a good one, okay? Now I understand why I need to write, not this one. Okay, good. This type, when you have this type of students, no problem. You may walk on the darya, on the ocean, without sinking. Yes, one day. So, al-fiqhu, al-akbar comes from kabura, big. Allahu Akbar. Al-fiqhu al-akbar, big fiqh, big understanding, biggest understanding. Really, I don't know like how to Latin, like magnum. Big understanding, big understanding, big understanding. Now, I told you, this is first book, and fiqh comes first, aqaid comes first, amal after. So we will come to fiqh. That is called fiqh amal. That fiqh, amal fiqh, was not there before that understanding. So here it is not used al-aqidah al-kubra, big aqidah or something like that, is not used here. Al-fiqh. So fiqh, that time, that early time, did not mean rules and regulations, salah, fasting, did not mean that time. because there was no such science that time. So you see, this fiqh is not Islamic law fiqh. This is general understanding, basic credo understanding fiqh. That is the meaning here. You are seeing development, early usage of the word fiqh by Imam Azam Abu Hanifa. Yes, this is 13th century ago. That's all. Your forefathers were not Muslim. The countries you are coming from, many of you, our Yemeni brother may be exempt, were not Muslims that time. The country I am coming from, people living there were not Muslim. None of them was Muslim that time. That's early, that's long, that time. So we are studying this fifth. The copy I have given you, made copy, has a main ruled jadwal, rule text, and beyond that, outside, it has hamish. Hamish? I mean, everybody must know this word. Hamish. Hamish. Margin. Kenar, Turkish. Der kenar. At the hamish, at the corner, der kenar. Yasemin, write this word. Learn a little Turkish. Der kenar. Why not? Why not? Everybody must learn everything. Why not? What is wrong with that? Yusuf Efendi. Okay. Now, this is hamish. So, the whole book we are going to read is hamish. Hamish is the text. Text is matn. Text, matn. Matnun, text. Sharhun, commentary. Inside these pages, inside you see commentary. So 2 books in one page. 2 books, one the text, short, brief. It's commentary, it's commented, tafsir like interpretation, inside big one. You see inside underlined words. Aslut Tawheed, underlined or overlined. First, in Arabic, when there is written something like that, qalu, bala, if you want separate this sentence, you don't underline. Line is not under, above. As opposed to English or Western system, above. So, the text margin is inside, integrated. They are supposed to have lines above. Sometimes they don't, they messed up or something like that. That is the case here. So, this book, you see here, Sharh al-Fiqh Akbar, Sharh of al-Fiqh al-Akbar, لأبي al-Muntaha, Abu al-Muntaha, somebody, his name is Abu al-Muntaha, he wrote a Sharh. Sharh is very important, commentary. You don't understand because the others like maxim, like proverb. How do you understand without having Sharh? Can we understand Quran without big tafsir books? This brother asked me about Ababil. How can I know if there is no big book, somebody explaining Ababil, what is Khairan, what is Tawasa, what is that? I cannot understand. You cannot. We cannot. Arab brother cannot understand. By himself, by yourself, if there is no tafsir, no sharh. Sharh, commentary, is very important for us to understand. That is scholarly thing. We cannot understand. So, sharh is very important. But we cannot read line by line sharh because we don't have time. All madrasas, universities, education, never teach sharh. Cannot teach sharh. But matn, short. But when you are reading, your eye may go, or in your leisure time, you may study in your home to understand. So, now, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We are beginning. Page 3. This is Al-Fiqh al-Akbar. From the text, Sharh al-Fiqh al-Akbar li Abi al-Muntaha. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I am reading here Al-Fiqh al-Akbaru. Al-Fiqh al-Akbaru. هذا الكتاب الفقه الأكبر. This is a book الفقه الأكبر. للإمام. That is not written well. So it must be like that. You correct. This is li. This is lil. This is I. This is Imam. That is like that. Must be like that. But it is not there. Imam. Ma half is there, I believe. Ma not connected half is there, but last name is not there. I mean, spelling or print mistake. In many times is like that in the books, in Arabic books. Because in old days there was not big techniques. Ink finishes face and less ink, and it is printing is a problem. Now developed. للإمام, for Imam al-Azami radiyallahu anhu. So the name of the book is Al-Fiqh al-Akbar. Belongs to by Al-Imam al-Azam, greatest Imam, biggest Imam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. May Allah be pleased with him. The book begins like that. Okay? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Basmala. I said earlier to you, any book, anything, any letter, any important thing needs to begin with 4 things. 3 things. 3, maybe 3. Anything. So, one is Basmala. I may begin with Basmala, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Hamdala, Basmala, Hamdala, Hamdalatun, Basmalatun, Salawala, Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. preface, anything. You can begin openly, you can begin inside. Sometimes in some areas, when you stand up, if you say, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah, somebody will say, hey, are you going to preach? So, in that area, clever. You say when you stand up, inside, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. You look around. Oh, then bulldoze them. No problem. No problem. We are smart. We can do that much. We are clever that much. No, not more, but that much is okay. That was a problem in my youth days. I had to speak in some official state setting. I looked around.